Hello and welcome or welcome back. I'm Bo.
And I'm Win.
And we're just trying to be financially stable while in flux, essentially. Win is a substitute teacher.
Which of course brings the problem of what to do with the summers. In this case, I have secured a job as an account manager for the summer, but it's not 100% sure until I get the check what the check looks like.
So we're working on being a month ahead so that we don't get caught off guard as far as our budget's concerned. But this is the monthly budget based on his first paycheck and a little extra, essentially, so that we know at least the bases will be covered. So let's get into it. For inflow, his paycheck we're estimating to be $3,205 because that's what he actually needs. My paycheck, we're going with $2,294 based on my first paycheck and an estimate for my second. And then other income, I got my savings account interest for $82. So I'm bringing that into the budget. And Win is rolling over $79. So that is a total of $5,660. And then when we get down to his spending,
obviously we always have to start with rent, $1,350,
which is up from last month. It used to be $1,225.
The landlord held off for a while, but rent goes up, and this is where we're at now. It's not what we like, but could be worse. Kid bills, including insurance and other costs, comes out to $263 budgeted for the month,
which is also more than it used to be.
It's more than it used to be.
Yep.
Oh my. Internet stays at $66. S&M collections $50. Heating bill, again, this is not what we expect the heating bill probably will be, but this is the worst it's ever been. So we start from there, and that's $470. Student loans stays at $36 for now. Electric bill, once again, worst it's been, $245. So that's a reasonable way to approach that. Adventures for the boys, budgeting $50.
Because it's the end of the school year.
It's the end of the school year. Nothing on miscellaneous, and rollover of $675.
Because that's half of the rent, and we're not sure what his new job paychecks are going to look like. So we want to make sure at least the rent's going to be taken care of.
Yep.
So that's a subtotal of $3,205, which, as you notice, is the same as what we budget his paycheck for, because that's really the only reason why we use that number.
It's so crazy that lines up.
And then for his savings, he's putting $79 in his emergency fund, which is how much he rolled over from last paycheck. So that's a subtotal of $79. It leaves us with $2,376. And then we get to my spending. So my monthly bills, $58. It's really just some subscriptions. His debt, I'm contributing $334, which is an odd number, but it's what his minimum payments on his credit cards used to be. And then dining out, we're doing $40. It's $20 per paycheck. Groceries, $440. Transportation, $120. Health, $150. Home shopping, $50. Birthdays, $10. Clothing and shoes, I did combine these two categories, so that's $80. Pet supplies, $30. Personal, $40. And my rollover, which is, we got fireworks. Memorial Day, how I love you. Her rollover, my rollover, $548, because I want to work up towards being a month ahead as well, which is why I combine these two categories so that there would be room. So that's a subtotal of $1,900, leaves us with $476, and that brings us to my saving. $263 is going to insurance. This is vehicle and renter's insurance. And this is what will fully fund that category for up until September. And oh, good grief, more fireworks. Christmas, $92. That's the most that Christmas will get because the challenge, the two highest cards add up to $46, and 46 times 2 is 92. And then my emergency fund will get 121 roughly. So that's a total of 476, which is what was left. So that leaves us with zero. This is for a zero-based budget.
I hate to be an obnoxious stickler, but if in 1 week we get the maximum of 46, that changes what the maximum could be for the second week. It's not double. There's only one joker left.
Right, we only pull one card.
Yeah. If you get the joker 1 week, that's 30.
Yes.
The next week is not going to have a 30 card.
Correct.
So it's not going to get close to 46 again.
But if it doesn't, then the next paycheck, you could pull the joker.
Okay.
So either paycheck, you could pull the two highest cards. We don't know. So budgeting the two highest cards until both of those are pulled. Okay. Or if one of them is pulled, then the two highest cards at that point.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It does.
Yes.
I was running statistics in my head, and that is not what we're doing.
Correct. Okay. Because the chance changes every time you pull a card.
Got it.
So that is our monthly budget. Does that make sense to you, Juan?
Yes.
Now that I explained why I went with 92.
So my math wasn't wrong. I just misunderstood why we're doing it the way we're doing it. And you clarified that for me.
Yeah.
Also, the biggest difference in this budget to me was how intentional we are about our rollover amounts. Our different rollover amounts, as we are now putting a stronger focus on trying to get closer to a month ahead. But everything else is business as usual.
Did you want to know why I picked 548?
No, that made sense. It's half your paycheck.
Roughly. But that's not why, actually.
Oh, then share more.
Okay, so the actual reason is because if I send $800 to your student loans every month, then we could pay it down by $10,000 a year. And the difference between 800 and 334 is
548.
Well, no, it's not. It's 466 plus my interest income for my savings account.
Oh.
So if I roll over my interest income plus that difference until I'm ahead, and then once I'm ahead, I'll send $800 a month to your student loans plus whatever savings interest I get.
I'm glad you explained because theoretically I could figure that out, but I don't know how long it would have been before I ran the numbers and figured that out. So thank you.
Yes. So if I wasn't going to roll over, I would be sending $800 a month plus
82.
Because I love you. Yeah, and I want your student loans to be paid off faster. Yeah. So, if you were curious as to how real our conversations and our situation is, that this is part of what makes our relationship work. Having money talks.
Yes. We do not play with head in the sand nonsense. And because budget beats broke every time.
And never forget that you deserve financial stability. I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.